So today is the first day that I am filming in my new house. One of my housemates is currently in her room and I'm slightly concerned that she can hear me and thinks that I'm just mental. But I do need to get used to filming with people around. I'd only just got used to it in the other flat and now it's all changed. But I really love the new flat and I really love my new room. There is so much space. I don't know what to do with all this space. My washing out of the way. This looks very unprofessional. Oh, it's still there. It's not quite decorated exactly how I want it to be. I am going to be redoing a couple things. I need to get my bookshelf in here. But if you guys are interested, I will do a room tour once I get it all sorted. So today I wanted to do a little bit of an update on how I'm doing with my reading resolutions, which I set all the way back in January. I'll have a link to that video in the description. But I thought it would be good to just see how I'm getting on with those and see if I need to, you know, get back in the game for a few of them. I also have a few announcements which I think are quite exciting, and if you're interested in my channel you may want to stick around to hear those because I'm very excited to tell everyone about them. So the first resolution I set back in January was the book challenge, and I set myself the challenge of reading 50 books. That went pretty well. We are 6 months into the year and I have read 65 books. Admittedly, there are a few little black classics in there, and I think I do want to stop counting things like that, maybe graphic novels, towards the main number because they are quite quick to consume. When I realised I was going to surpass 50 books quite quickly, I bumped my challenge up to 75, but it looks like I'm going to reach that in the next couple of months, so I am going to bump it up to 100 and I feel very proud of myself. In saying that, I have become very focused on numbers recently, like the number of books I read in a month, which I don't think is a good thing for me or my reading, so I'm going to try value quality over quantity from now on. I don't need to be constantly consuming a book. I don't need to be constantly working towards a goal. Another of my resolutions was to read more diversely, both in terms of the types of stories and the types of authors I consume, in that they may not be authors that often get a lot of recognition. So for instance, authors from ethnic minorities or queer authors. But I also meant tackling some sort of literature that I had kind of avoided for quite a while. So one of those was that I wanted to read more Shakespeare for pleasure, which just hasn't happened. So that's something I need to work on over the next 6 months. The next one like that was to read some Jane Austen, and that has happened. I did read Pride and Prejudice. I definitely want to get to another one of her novels within the next 6 months. Hopefully 2 if I can. In terms of reading authors from ethnic minorities, I've sucked at that so far. I think I have read one male Asian author and one black female author, so I'm really not doing great on that, so that's something I need to focus on a lot more in the next 6 months. In terms of reading more queer authors, I think I've been doing a decent enough job with that. There could always be more. I read a fair few books by LGBT+ authors, which does include the B and the T. But in terms of books actually about queer characters, I haven't read loads. There have been a few, but unfortunately I have only read one book with a bisexual protagonist, so if you have any recommendations for books with bi characters in them, please leave them in the comments and I will try check them out. Another resolution was to start writing a written blog, which started quite well, and then I didn't use it for a few months, and now I've started to get back into it. I want to get more scheduled with posting, in terms of alternating between book reviews and posting poetry and soon short stories. But yeah, that's happening. I just want to get more consistent with it, and if you do want to check it out, there will be a link in the description. There is always a link to my social media and my blog in the description if you ever want to check them out. Another one of my resolutions was to buy less books. So that didn't happen. The resolution was to get out of the bad habit I was in of starting books and not finishing them. Funnily enough, I didn't think I was going to talk about this one because it was a very specific habit for that specific month. But I've kind of started to get back into it. I've almost DNF'd something, and I never, hardly ever DNF stuff. I'm getting into a bit of a reading slump at the minute, and I think I just need one brilliant book to pull me out of it. And my final resolution was to grow my Booktube channel more. Don't really know how that one is going so far. I've definitely got more subscribers than I used to. It was very kindly mentioned in a couple of booktuber recommendation videos, and I've got a lot of new subscribers from that, so thank you to everyone that has subscribed and is new. I love you all dearly. The two main ways I saw myself growing my booktube channel was to get more involved with the community, and I think I have done that to a certain extent, but I could be more so. I really want to do buddy reads, so if you are interested in doing a buddy read, please get in contact with me on social media or leave a comment and we will sort something out, because I really want to do more buddy reads. The other way I saw my channel growing was that I would get more consistent with uploads, and I think I kind of have. I tend to be uploading twice a week, but I want to start scheduling them so it's on specific days. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing something wrong, like I'm not doing something right with my channel. I'm not too focused on the number of subscribers I have, but I see so many friends that I started booktube at a similar time as, and their channels have just grown so much more than mine, and I just can't help but wonder, what am I not doing? But on to the announcements. I am very excited about 3 things that I have planned for my booktube channel. I will keep doing wrap-ups and hauls and reviews and stuff, but there are 3 series that I want to start doing on my booktube channel. I need to schedule them and work out how often they're gonna be. The first one is a series about Harry Potter. I've spoken about this in a few different places, but basically this year I did a sort of project on Harry Potter and adult-child relationships and parenthood, and I want to make that into some sort of a series, and I'm slowly working my way towards it. Basically, I want to explore the effect of absence of birth parents on Harry and the different parental figures which he comes into contact with throughout the entire series, and each installment of this series of videos will be exploring 1 or 2 of those parental figures. I will be filming an introduction video for that soon, so if that sounds like something you are interested in, look forward to that. I am also going to be starting a poetry series on this channel. Yesterday I went to the library and I got out all of these poetry collections. I kind of just grabbed a bunch that just the titles and the descriptions appealed to me, and I will haul these at some point. Poetry can seem quite inaccessible to a lot of people, and I kind of want to break down that misconception, because once you start digging into poetry, it is so fun and so good and so rewarding. So I want to do a series of videos about my favourite poets and a little introduction to their work. I'm going to be starting with poets that I'm already quite familiar with, such as Caroline Duffy, Sylvia Plath, Emily Dickinson. But then I kind of want to set myself the task of exploring a poet's work and then relaying my thoughts on it to you in a relatively short, concise manner. If you have any poets you recommend I check out, then please let me know in the comments, because I'm always interested in finding new and exciting poets. And my final announcement, don't worry, I will shut up soon. I really want to start vlogging. I've done a little bit of it over the past couple of days, just like on the sly, but I want to start doing it more. Not like daily vlogging or anything like that, but just something that I can combine into like a monthly vlog series. It's just going to be a collection of little moments. It's not anything too serious. Yeah, that was everything I wanted to talk about and announce. I'm going to keep going with tidying and sorting out my room because I really want it to look aesthetically pleasing next time. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions for poets or bisexual characters in books or anything at all, please feel free to leave a comment. And if any of the series I have coming up sound intriguing to you, please be sure to subscribe and stuff.